I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street. There's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. And we sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Ooh, we can go all night. We can do this all night. I can go all night. All night. Woo! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 597th episode of the Political Spotlight. And unlike the helmeted sheriff, I think he was born with that helmet. I think their parents said, hey, he needs to wear this helmet when he comes home. Something's wrong. His head's a little soft. His brain can be damaged. So please keep him in this helmet. His parents must have not kept him in the helmet, let me tell you. But unlike the sheriff of Henry County, woo, I can go all night long, let me tell you. And that is what we've got going on here. Welcome, Megan. Thank you for whatever that thing is. I'm not even sure what that is. It looks like it's a membership. You became some kind of a member here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Listen. I bet he still licks windows. Yes. And eats paste. And a bunch of other things that I can't say because there are some lefties here that get mad when I say things, so I'll be really careful. Hey, listen. One of the things that people accuse me of is, oh, he's just here for the clicks and the views, and he doesn't post actual information. It's all just clickbait. Well, listen, let's go. Let's go. I'm going to check my messages already. Okay. It says, check your messages. Okay. Give me a second. Cause I do got to read this. This is pretty important.
Well, while Kristopher's reading,
yeah, you do.
I'll pop on here and remind everybody that if you can do the YouTube things, click the like, and if you're not subscribed, hit the subscription button so you can hit that bell so you know when he's going live to drop new information. Comment. We love when people comment, and Kristopher does like to respond to people. And as always, share the show with everyone you know. He was in the middle of saying that some people think we're a gossip rag, but we do surprising amount of research for a gossip rag and spend an inordinately large sum of money on records requests for a gossip rag and spreading rumors. So, yeah, we do try to research what we're talking about. And he's always getting stuff from sources like he is right now. So hopefully it's something good that he can share with us what he's done.
Yes. Well, we'll be able to talk about this at some point this evening. Yes. Able to call. Okay. So, well, I'll just say this rather than texting. So the person that I'm texting right now, number one, yes, I will protect you, but I will like to talk to you. We'll chat tomorrow. If you're available, you can call. I'll send you my number, and then when you're available tomorrow, just give me a call tomorrow at your convenience. I just sent you my number, so there's that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you, Kate, for that fantastic. Smash the like button. Do all of that. Hey, if you're here watching, you can be here several different ways. We had a pretty big crowd last night. Fantastic. Share the show with everyone you know. I know that there are people in Henry County that probably didn't think that I would be talking about this again so soon. But, of course, here we are because the sheriff is the sheriff of Henry County. You should know him. Whether you love him or not, you should definitely know him by now. And so we are here talking about this yet again. And there are other things I need to probably be talking about, but when it hits you in the face, no pun intended, you gotta do it. So listen, here's the deal. Yes, hey, Castle Lord, thank you for being here. It's been a long time since we've seen you live. Welcome. Thank you. Smash that like button, do all of that stuff. But above all else, share the show with everyone you know. And if you're here watching via Facebook, or if you're here watching on Twitter or Rumble or whatever, that's fantastic. We love you. Thank you. You might consider going to YouTube. And I'm going to tell you, it's twofold. It helps you and it helps us. Number one, it helps us because that's our home base, and that just helps the views there. That's good. But number two, you saw last night somebody tried to chastise me for being wrong about something that they didn't know what the hell they were talking about. But they commented, and they were commenting on Facebook, and Facebook doesn't allow all of the characters that YouTube does. So it ran out, and I couldn't see it all. So what I would like, because nobody's on Facebook, bro. You've got to get to the real world in YouTube. So if you want to come on and you want to comment and be in the chat and talk to people, you might consider coming to YouTube. It helps you and it helps us. It's a win-win. So whatever. Yes, absolutely. Yes, listen. Please consider let me go back here and see what this was. Please consider voting for me in this upcoming election in May for delegate in whatever district I'm in. I don't even remember, but if you show up and my name's on the ballot, vote for me for delegate, and that would be fantastic. Okay. Can somebody send Randy Howard some tissues? He got his feelings hurt today. Laughed my ass off. He's such a crybaby douchebag. We will be talking about that here in just a little bit as well, because it all goes into what's going on here. So, okay, folks, here's the deal. You read the title right. If you read the title, if you haven't, if you just clicked because you just are a watcher and you don't care what it's about, you come in here nightly no matter what. I'm going to tell you the title tonight's show. I will give it to the haters a little bit. It is a little clickbaity. Okay, it's a little clickbaity, but as my many fans worldwide call me, this is the place to see it. And I am known worldwide as definitely Master Beatty. So that works. Clickbaity works. Listen, we were wrong. Nothing bad happened because Sheriff Sproles said so. And that's just, that's the long and the short of it. That's the end of it. There's nothing else really to be said. We were wrong. Nothing happened here. Some people said, was that picture of Nick, was it AI? Could it have been AI? I don't know if it was AI. I don't know if they just dressed him up in those tubes and things, but it's all a lie. His mother's a liar. His aunts are liars. We're all liars. I lied last night. Nothing happened. If he got hurt, he hurt himself, or an inmate hurt him, but nobody at the sheriff's department hurt him. That's basically it. There's nothing else that can be said, and that's pretty much it. Okay, you guys. Okay, obviously that's crap. That's not true at all. For anybody that has watched Sproles at all, for anybody that has listened to Sproles, for anybody that has paid even this much amount of attention to what happens in Henry County, you know that literally everything that you watched, if you watched the Fox 59 feed, there is a little clip on Fox 59. We will watch it here in just a few minutes. You will know, if you watched that at all, there's two things that need to be said. Number one, Sproles is a lying sack of shit. Period. That's all. I mean, that's full stop. That could have been the name of this episode. Okay? If Sproles' mouth is moving, he is lying. And there's a couple of tales that he has, and we will go over these, and I will let you know. So if you guys have not paid attention to Sproles, if you've not watched Sproles, you will be able to know from this point forward. We will go over it. You will all be masters at reading Sproles at the end of tonight's episode. So hang out. Number two, I wasn't in the jail cell with Nick. I was not there. I was not there with the inmate. I was not there with the COs. I was not there with the merit deputies. I don't know what happened. I do not believe that his mother is a liar. I do not believe it one bit. I do not believe that his aunts and his girlfriend and his family are liars. I do not believe that. That picture is real. That young man is injured, and something happened. Okay? Now, here's what we're going to have to do tonight, all right? I want to be very clear about this. My thoughts and my prayers are with Nick, his parents, his siblings, if there are siblings. I don't know anything about this guy, okay? It's not like I'm in the bag for this dude. I don't know him from Adam, all right? I've seen his mother on Fox 59. I've watched it through twice, and I still wouldn't be able to pick her up out of a lineup. Okay? Still wouldn't be able to pick her out of a lineup. Don't know his aunts, don't know his girlfriend, don't know any children. I don't know anything about this guy. My thoughts and my prayers are with him, his family, his loved ones, his friends. And I hope that he gets better. Now, I want what's right on the side of justice with this, and I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to talk cautiously because I'm not trying to hurt the family or whatever, but I'm going to be real about this, okay? We're going to talk in a real common sense way, and it might even go against things going against Nick, but you're going to understand where we're at when we get on the other side of it, okay? So everyone just chillax, relax. We're going to be cool, all right? So first and foremost, we did the show last night. I had already been in contact with the Henry County government in attempting to get the records that pertained to the incident with Nick. I had already issued record requests for videos, and I'm not just talking about a 10-second little clip. I'm talking about full-length, day-long videos that's going to take days to review. All right? Body cameras, stationary cameras, reports, pictures, medical, the whole 9 yards. All right? And I reached out to the sheriff yesterday. I text him directly. I have his cell phone number, and I text the sheriff directly. And bizarrely, the sheriff reached back out to me. I was kind of shocked. He reached out to me, and I thought that he was going to be forthcoming. He seemed as though he was going to be a little forthcoming. And I thought, okay, this is going to be interesting. But then apparently he had second thought about that, and he decided to not be forthcoming. And I asked him at the end of our correspondence yesterday, I asked him simply for this. Okay, I understand that you're now going to let it take the course of the record request. You're also not going to do this. Can you please just do this? Can you confirm or deny the statement that you issued to CJ Hoyt, the news director for CBS 4/Fox 59? That's important. He's the news director for both channels. I want to keep that important. Remember, there's two different channels. CBS local Indianapolis news, CBS 4, and Fox 59. We're not talking about Fox News, the big Fox News in New York. We're talking about Fox 59, and we're not talking about the big CBS, nightly news. We're talking about CBS News affiliate in Indianapolis. All right, so big news guys here in the state of Indiana, but not the big national news, just the local affiliates. All right, and I asked Sproles, can you confirm or deny the statement that you issued to the news director of these two channels? And also, while you're doing that, can you also, hello, Drew, while you're doing this, can you also please tell me when you're inviting the news crew up to get the video, and get this video to me at the same time that you get it to the news media in Indy, to kill two birds with one stone. You might as well do it then. And I want to be clear, okay? Sproles does not like that other people respect our organization here, all right? The political spotlight, we've been around. We're not a fly-by-night. We're not Randy Howard trying to type up a gossip rag on Facebook. We've been here. People might not like what our opinions are. They might not like where we are politically, but even our enemies respect and understand that we do a service here. We're not journalists. This is not a journalistic venture. This is opinion-based factual information. It's our opinions that we give you based on factual information. And we're not right 100% of the time. There are times that we are wrong. And when we are wrong, we own up to it. Okay? This is not a time that we are owning up to anything. We are not wrong. We are not wrong here at all. All right? It was a little clickbaity, the title. But it's important, and I want to get people in because they need to hear this and they need to understand this. So I asked Sproles, still follow through with the record request and give me everything that I'm requesting based off the record request. But whatever you give Fox 59 and CBS 4 and Travis Week from the newspaper in Henry County and any other Indianapolis or any other news media, please provide that to us at the same time. And I'm going to tell you, Henry County's already been warned. They've already been told a couple years ago. I want to take everybody's attention back to the Marquette Neal situation when that maniac was wearing a tactical helmet and carrying around his shotgun that was less lethal, beanbags, and he walked up and he shot the inmate in the legs four more times with beanbags that resulted in the inmate needing to be taken to the emergency room and needing 90 plus stitches in his legs. Okay. When I requested the footage then, I found out that Sproles, I requested the footage and we ran with the story and we talked about it. And like a day or two later, I found out that because of our story, other news organizations started getting on board with it, and they started requesting the video. And Sproles made the video available to the Henry County newspaper, Travis Week, and he made the news available, the video available to Fox 59. And then he called me. He emails me, they contact me, and they tell me, you can have the video for $750, and, you can get it next week or whatever. And I said, that doesn't work. You've already given it to other news media, and if you've given it to them, made it available to them, you have to make it available to me, and you have to make it available to me at the same cost that you made it available to them. And they told me, no, you're full of shit. You don't have to. We're not going to. We don't have to. So I contacted the Indiana Public Access Counselor, and I contacted the county attorney, Joel Harvey. And let me tell you, my respect for Joel it's like an ocean wave. Okay? It peaks and then it definitely wanes, and it goes back and forth. Right now, my respect for him is down. I don't have as much respect for him. He's also a dingbat. He allows John. He's the attorney. He knows what's going on, and he allows John to carry him around by the nose or whatever, and it causes Joel to be in a weird spot. And I told Joel, hey, you've got to get me this documents now. You can't wait. You've made it available to these other media institutions. I am a member of media. The courts have ruled on that. I am credentialed, quote unquote, by the Indiana State House as a credentialed member of media. I got a little card and everything, but above and beyond that, I'm credentialed because I have the First Amendment. All right. That's my credentials to do what I do here. All of you are credentialed in the same way if you're Americans. So I contacted the Public Access Counselor, and the Public Access Counselor said, yes, you are 100% correct. And he contacted Joel Harvey, and he told Joel Harvey, and they contacted the chief deputy, Josh Smith, and they contacted Sproles. And Sproles and Henry County had to provide me that video straight away. So when this happened last night, and I knew that he would be releasing a video sometime soon because he was going to want to make his point, okay? And so I said, whenever you do that, please just contact me, call me down there. If we're going to come in and watch it, I'll come down there and watch it. I'll bring my equipment, whatever we're doing. If you're giving us a flash drive, if you're giving us a CD, whatever the deal is, let me know. I'll be down there. Well, John never got in contact with me. So today, lo and behold, I find out that he has produced a video and some sort of video, and he's given this video to Fox 59. Now, some of you will remember an interview that Sproles did with an investigative reporter called Steve Brown a couple years ago. and it was the interview where he sat across from Steve Brown, and he admitted basically to being racist, and he was like going after. He was just a really unhinged report. Okay, well, Steve Brown was from the news organization CBS 4, and CBS 4 always made it a point to approach Sproles with we're going to look and see. We're not going to make any assumptions before we hear what's going on, and we want to look and see what exactly is happening. We're not going to make any assumptions. That's how CBS 4 approached him. Okay, so that's what happened. Okay, and so CBS News didn't just bow down to Sproles. They didn't buy into the horse shit. They approached it, the way that I do, and they looked at him very, like, what's up with this dude? We got to investigate and see what happens here. That is not how Fox 59 handles Sproles. I don't know who it is. I don't know what the connection is. I don't know what the deal is. But Fox 59, someone in there or some grouping of people are friendly to Sproles. So anytime, yes, it's that video, absolutely. So people are aware of what I'm talking about. It's this interview right here. It's this interview with Sproles. This is the interview that I'm referencing. Okay, this is me watching it. This is what's going on here.
He said, "Hey, what about that special deputy badge?" And I said, "Steve, I told you, we're the only people who are going to have badges is going to be people that have to have badges to perform the duties for the Henry County Sheriff's Office." And you know what he told me?
Wait, replay what?
That I encounter out here on the street. And you know what? We're not perfect people. I am far from perfect.
Apparently.
But I'll tell you this, my heart is right. And I care about.
Okay. So that's the interview. You can go watch the whole interview. It's out there. It's completely unhinged. I just can't explain it. It's very unhinged. Okay. So that's the interview that Steve Brown did. And CBS 4 took a very hard look at him. Now, I understand what Joe, that's what I'm explaining, Joe, that CBS 4 and Fox 59 is owned by the same parent company, and they have the same news director, CJ Hoyt. Okay. But for whatever reason, and I don't know what this is, they both approached the sheriff differently. CBS 4 approached him as an investigative journalist, and they looked at everything, and they, I think, determined that Sproles is a lunatic. And Fox 59 comes out of the gate saying everything's good. There's nothing to see here. Sproles is good. There's no issue, and everything's okay. And I don't know what the difference is, because they're it's like one's the left leg, one's the right leg, but it's kind of crazy how they do that. So the fact that Fox 59 was the organization that got the exclusive on this doesn't surprise me. The fact that they sent Russ McQuaid down here, and Russ McQuaid was the one walking in the cold and giving the narrative, doesn't surprise me, because Russ McQuaid and Fox 59, they have been very friendly to the sheriff. Period. Okay. So I reached out to Sproles today and said, "Hey, you need to provide that video that you're providing to Fox 59 to me." I heard nothing. I called Joel Harvey on the phone, and he must have had a slip, because he answered. he answered, and I told him how it was. I said, Joel, you guys have already dealt with this. He is giving out video to one entity and not the others, not me, not other people. And that's a problem. And Joel said that he was aware, and he said, let me look into this. And now I called Joel today. I'm going to tell you exactly when I contacted him. I contacted Joel the very first time at 11:32 this morning. And I said, look into this. I want this handled today. Okay? Because understand, I'm requesting everything. I'm requesting days worth of video. That's not what I'm asking Sproles to give me today. What I want him to go ahead and continue working on compiling, giving me all the video that I'm requesting. But I also wanted them to provide me what he provided with Fox 59 today. Okay, that's what I wanted. I wanted that little clip. But he didn't do it. I kept reaching back out to Joel. I reached out to Joel at 1:30. Sent an email, didn't hear anything. I called him at 2:30. And his secretary said, oh, he's unavailable. And I said, well, of course he is. I said, well, tell him not to be afraid. Tell him to just get back in touch with me and let me know. And so then today, okay, I got a response back from Joel at 2:57 that said, I spoke with Josh Smith this morning. He's going to reach out to you regarding the video. And I sent back to Joel, come on, man, this is ridiculous. You mean you reached out to him before I called you? That doesn't make any sense. Well, I don't understand. You reached out to him before I called you? You didn't tell me that when I called. So maybe there's a misunderstanding there. I'll take it. He says, he says, the issue is they've already given the video to other media, which means there should be no delay in getting the video to me or literally anyone else asking for this video at this point. There should be no issues, as I have been considered credential media for quite some time now, and we've already dealt with this in the past. So you need to come on, figure this shit out and let me know what's going on. Well, of course, Joel is a gutless individual, and he may be, I'm finding out that the people in Henry County, at least the people in power in Henry County, the people that are connected, their feelings get hurt easily, and they don't like people telling it how it is. Look, if you don't want to be called mindless and gutless, don't act mindless and gutless. There's only two ways to do it. You can do your job and do it right, or you're going to get called out. And if you don't like getting called out, then do your job right. It's not that hard. So I was not provided video today. No big deal. I don't need to be first. We don't need to be first. All we need to do is look at it. So I'm going to now show you this video from Fox. Well, first of all, I'm going to read you their narrative, okay? The narrative says, and let's listen to this. Henry County Sheriff launches probe into alleged jail abuse. He launches a probe that he's doing himself. He's probing himself. That sounds about right. That sounds like the Sproles I know. Sproles is sitting around in a dark room probing himself, and he's going to tell us all about it when he's done. That sounds like Sproles that I know, okay? Tuesday night, Henry County social media lit up with allegations of abuse inside the county jail. Nicholas Gawley II, 35 years old, was pictured unresponsive in an Indianapolis hospital bed on a ventilator with his family. His family said double pneumonia, 2 broken ribs, and heart issues. His lungs are totally full of fluid, his mother said, Amanda Ballinger. He has a chest tube in the right side of his chest, draining fluid from between his rib cage and stuff. He has a blood infection, and he has an infection that has settled in his brain. He was left lying in a Henry County jail after something happened. I'm not exactly sure what. He had told us when he was coherent that an officer fell on him. Henry County Sheriff John Sproles said Gully came into his jail in bad shape and was in danger of drug withdrawal and fought back against his deputies who did nothing wrong. Okay, listen, this is what Fox 59 is saying. Henry County Sheriff John Sproles said Gully came into his jail in bad shape. He was in danger of drug withdrawal, and he fought back against his deputies who did nothing wrong. All allegations were proven to be patently false. Are we saying the probe, Sproles' probe of himself and his department is now finished? So he can now say after one day of investigation that this is done? These types of investigations normally take weeks. And Sproles was able to. Sproles, it sounds like he could go work for Micah Beckwith. They're able to investigate themselves in a matter of minutes or hours or a day at least and wrap it all up. Very serious investigations a day. I mean, this is amazing. They should have sent Sproles up to Delphi. Maybe we should have Sproles investigate Jack the Ripper, the Zodiac Killer. This is crazy. Sproles is a master investigator. It's amazing. Okay. All allegations were proven to be patently false, said Sproles. No correctional staff or use of force policies were violated. At no point were any of Nicholas Gully's rights violated or infringed upon. Well, of course this idiot is saying this. Of course. Let me tell you what else Sproles have said throughout the years. These lawsuits are frivolous and I will defeat them all. I'm looking for my day in court. Okay? And each one of those days, Sproles either conceded or he got his ass beat. Sproles didn't defend himself well in any of those cases, and people have won suit after suit after suit, or he settled suit after suit after suit because he's been out of control. He's been a maniac, and he's teaching his officers and his corrections officers to be maniacs. And that's why Henry County is in danger. This is what really kills me. After Sproles tells Fox 59 that no rights were violated, the article then goes on and says this. For the 24th time as an adult, Gully was booked into the Henry County Jail on January 9th, this time accused of trespassing at his grandmother's house. A check of court and arrest files show Gully has a record of auto theft, battery, robbery, resisting, battery on law enforcement officers. Sproles told Fox 59/CBS4 that his deputies know if they come across Gully, he's going to run or he's going to fight. Ballinger said her son is a cancer survivor in remission who lives a healthy lifestyle. All right, besides the meth, maybe he does. He looks healthy to me, honestly. Okay. But obviously he is a meth addict, and that's been an issue, and we know that. And his mother's not trying to hide that. Sproles said when Gully was taken into custody, he told a nurse that he was likely to suffer withdrawal from alcohol or drugs, and he had a history of AFib. Okay, that's probably true. Several hours after his booking, medical staff determined Gully could potentially go through withdrawal. Okay, so deputies were sent to his cell to escort him to a medical cell for closer observation. It's at that point that security video from one of the jail's 300 cameras showed Gully became combative with deputies. When resistance continued, the officers took Mr. Gully to the ground in a controlled manner, applied restraints, and removed him from the group holding area, said Sproles. I will add that this was the only physical encounter that we had with Mr. Gawley when he was incarcerated. Sproles said his staff has viewed video from the potential pertinent cameras trained on Gawley during his 9 days in jail. Once restrained in handcuffs, Mr. Gawley was escorted from group holding to medical cell number 3, where he was housed alone. No further use of force occurred. 4 days later, on January 13th, Gawley complained of pain, but Sproles said x-rays revealed no injuries to the inmate's chest or ribs. On January 18th, Sproles said jail nurse checked Gawley again. Medical staff observed the following: bruising on the left side of the chest with increased swelling compared to the right side, bruising in multiple areas of the right side of the chest and upper abdomen. On-call physician was contacted and ordered Mr. Gawley to be transported to the hospital for further medical evaluation. Ding, 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 ding. Let's come back to that in just a second. Gawley's family said he is now in medically induced coma and is unable to communicate and explain what, if anything, happened to him inside the jail. Sproles said the family has yet to file a formal complaint, though the sheriff called the Indiana State Police to advise an investigator about the allegations contained in the social media post. The sheriff said there has not been a single complaint lodged against his jailers in the past 3 years. What? Is he forgetting the lawsuits? Is he forgetting that time that the entire Indiana complained about the way that he shot a black man in his cell with a shotgun, beanbag shotgun? Is he forgetting about the complaint and the lawsuit about the woman that was tied to the chair? He didn't complain himself about his deputy that shot the guy in the back that he fired for saying the F word and then arrested for the way he conducted himself in the jail. Sproles is a lunatic. He literally said, there's not been a single complaint lodged against my jailers in the past 3 years. We're in control of the jail, said Sproles. The inmates are not. That, it lets you know. That lets you know. We are in control of the jail, said Sproles. The inmates are not. And if we need to beat them down, by God, we will. Okay? That's it. Ask the insurance company. Okay, so before I show you this video, I want to take you back to this statement. On January 18th, Sproles said a jail nurse checked Gawley again. Medical staff observed the following: bruising on the left side of the chest with increased swelling compared to the right side, bruising in multiple areas on the right side of the chest and upper abdomen. The on-call physician was contacted and ordered Mr. Guffey to be transported to the hospital for further medical evaluation. Then why didn't they do that? They didn't do that on the 18th. Let me tell you what they did. They OR'd him. They released him against a judge's order to hold him for 15 days. And then once he was released, they called 911 and had an ambulance come. And I want to make sure that everybody is aware of why that happened. The reason they didn't do what the doctor said and transport him to the ER, to the hospital, is because they didn't want to pay for it. They didn't want to pay for his treatment. They didn't want to be responsible. They OR'd him.
For those of us not in the know, explain what OR'd means.
They released him.
Okay.
Released on his own recognizance. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So he didn't have to bail out. They released him from jail. And once he was released and now a private citizen in the world, They then called 911 and they called an ambulance and they had him picked up and taken to the hospital that way. So they didn't have to be responsible. So they did not follow their medical advice of the doctor. They didn't. The on-call physician was contacted and ordered Mr. Gully to be transported to the hospital. He should have still been in jail custody. He should still be serving out his 15-day hold. They should have transported him to the hospital, and they should have been in charge of everything. But instead, they did this hinky. All right? Now, let's watch the video and see what weirdness we see from this video, okay? We're going to do this here. Let me pull this up. Give me one moment. Okay. Here we go.
A former inmate from the Henry County Jail is currently on life support at an Indianapolis hospital after his family said he complained of injuries while he was incarcerated. Henry County social media posts just they lit up this week with allegations of abuse.
Fox 59's Russ McQuaid spoke with the Henry County Sheriff and the former inmate's family to try and get some answers.
Right now, Nicholas Gully's family says he's in Ascension St. Vincent Hospital on life support, and they want to know how he got there. This is Nicholas Gully II during better days. This is Gully now. His family says he has broken ribs, double pneumonia, a brain infection, heart issues, and is on a ventilator after his release from the Henry County Jail.
He was left lay at the Henry County Jail after something happened. I'm not really sure. He had told us when he was coherent that an officer fell on him.
Gully was booked into the jail on January 9th on a trespassing charge, roughly the 24th time he's been arrested in Henry County. Sheriff John Sproles said when deputies went to fetch Gully to...
Okay. Now, I want you to look at what we're doing here, okay? This man with his arm outstretched is the extremely wiry, small Nicholas Gully. This extremely large man is the CO. Okay, I want you to watch this.
Place him in a medical cell because he had the potential to go through...
Okay. He's passively resisting at this point. He's pulling away. He's not hitting anybody. He's not hitting any of these three inmates. He's not hitting these COs. Okay. He just actively resisted. He pulled away. And maybe they need to go hands-on and they need to get him to be compliant. Okay, let's watch.
Drug withdrawal. He became...
Push his head into the wall. Okay, they go hands-on here.
Combative.
When resistance continued, officers took Mr. Gully to the ground in a controlled manner, applied restraints, and removed him from the group holding area. I will add that this was the only physical encounter that we had with Mr. Gully while he was incarcerated.
Over the next 9
That's it. I didn't see them pull him up. How much longer did he fight with deputies? How much longer did they fight with him?
Yeah, because at this point he's still on the ground, so we don't see them having
We
him
don't see them pulling him
under
up.
control.
We don't see them. Yeah, we don't see them pull him up. We don't see anything else happen there. We see
What is the third one that came in doing this?
the woman. I don't know what she's doing. Let's go back and watch.
Controlled manner, applied restraints, and removed him from the group holding area. I will add that this was the only physical encounter that we had with Mr. Gully while he was incarcerated.
Over the next 9 days, Gully, a cancer survivor with a history of AFib, was observed on several of the jail's 300 cameras. He complained of bruising, though x-rays showed no broken bones.
Medical staff observed the following: bruising on the left side of the chest with increased swelling compared to the right side.
Now, I want you to watch John Sproles in this. I want you to look at John Sproles. This is very important.
Staff observed the following: bruising on the left side of the chest with increased swelling compared to the right side. Bruising in multiple areas of the chest and upper abdomen. The on-call physician was contacted and ordered Mr. Gully to be transported to the hospital for further medical evaluation.
Gully eventually made his way from Henry County to Ascension St. Vincent, where his family said he's struggling to stay alive, with social media chatter lighting up Henry County.
His lungs are totally full of fluid. He has a chest tube in the right side of his chest, draining fluid from between his rib cage and stuff. He has a blood infection. He has infection that's settled on his brain.
All allegations were proved to be patently false.
Sheriff Sproles says the Indiana State Police has been made aware of the allegations, but no formal complaint has been filed. On the north side, Russ McQuarrie.
All right, I'm going to take it back here.
So Sproles says that they went in and they looked him again and saw this bruising, and they recommended getting him to the hospital, transporting him to the hospital. He fails to mention in this that it took them 3 days to do it, and they didn't transport him. They threw him out and then called 911.
Yeah. Yeah. Does everybody? It's so weird. Does everybody remember how they handled Marquette Neal? Does anybody remember how the situation happened with Marquette Neal? When Marquette Neal was handled the way that he was handled, when they injured him, and when Sproles went above and beyond and went out of control and was acting an idiot and did what he did, and they knew he was injured, they instantly drag him out of the cell, and they instantly get him treatment, start treating his injuries. I'm going to show you something here real quick. This is after Sproles has shot Marquette Neal. He orders that they all get gloves on. He runs back to his office. Lenny. And they instantly rush in. They get Marquette Neal out. They look at his leg. They take him over. They shut him down. And look at how many people are caring for him. Look at how many people are making sure that he's okay. Look at this. Look at how they're treating him.
Yeah, we're just trying to get that pressure over.
Just trying to get the pressure stop. We're just trying to treat him here. They treat him instantly. Look at this. Look, here's an ambulance.
Your feet and stand you up.
They didn't release Marquette Neal and call the ambulance. They called the ambulance in, and they take him away. That's what happens. They take him away, load him up.
We're going to get you out to the ambulance and we're going to do some things. Okay?
They get him out to the ambulance and away he goes. Okay. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Because what they did with Nick Gully was much different. Now, here's where I don't want to make the family mad. And I'm not trying to upset the family, but I'm going to speak very plainly here. Let's, for the sake of argument, say he deserved to have his ass beat. Let's say he wasn't just pulling away from them. Let's say he was fighting them. Let's say he was punching and carrying on. Whatever. Let's say they needed to gain compliance. Let's say they needed to push him into the wall, slam his head into the wall. Let's say they needed to take him to the ground. Let's say that big boy needed to get on top of him. And then let's say whatever happened after, because the video got cut off. Because first of all, Fox 59 ran their piece with a banner in front of most of it. Let's say that was all needed. Why did they not immediately get him treatment? Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right. That's exactly. Well, let's look at it like this. Let's play devil's advocate again. He deserved to be beat up. Okay? Let's say that. Let's say that he deserved it. Let's say that they didn't immediately treat him on the 11th because they couldn't tell on the 11th. But when they had to help him into visitation on the 12th, why didn't they notice something needed to be done then? When his mother was calling on the 12th saying, hey, something is wrong with my son, what needs to happen here? Why didn't they do something then? When he started complaining on the 13th, why didn't they do something then?
Because
why
he's
didn't they
in
do
and out
something
of
on the
jail all the time, so he's obviously a troublemaker, and he's just
Absolutely.
full of shit.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Or they didn't even check.
That's not a nice thing to say, but that's probably the prevailing attitude, it seems.
Oh, sure. But I get it. I'm not saying this. I'm playing devil's advocate, folks. So I get it. Let's not say it's excessive force. I believe it's excessive force. I believe what they did was wrong. I believe that he didn't need any of this. I'm saying let's put ourselves in Sproles' mind. Let's play devil's advocate. This is a hypothetical. Let's say he deserved what he got. Okay? Let's say he deserved everything he got. Why did it take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Why did it take a full week, full 7 days to get him to the hospital, and only after they released him? And for the person saying, when did they release him? When did they OR him? He was arrested on the 9th. The beat down happened on the 11th, and he was OR'd on the 18th. So he sat and laid in there for 18 days. 7 days. He was in there on the 9th. The beatdown happened on the 11th, and he laid in there until the 18th, which is 7 days.
Okay, stop. He comes in on the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
Sproles says he's in bad shape. We're worried about him going through withdrawal. So they wait until the 11th to go in to remove him, to put him into medical.
Yeah, right. They let him go through withdrawal for 2 full days.
2 full days.
Uh-huh.
And then they go in, and he's resistant, and they end up putting him on the ground. whatever, devil's advocate. But he was in bad shape when he got there.
Yeah, bad shape. He was bad shape.
The timeline of this is just bullshit.
That's exactly why. And that's why it's important to notice what's going on with Sproles. Forget the video. Listen to me, folks. This video is shit. Because we only saw a very short little segment. We only saw a very short little segment of the video. All right. Let's watch the video again. Okay. Let's watch this. Here we are. Okay. First of all, this banner is down here. Take that. No, you're fine. So see the questions surrounding inmates' injury. When I show you this, I'm not going to show it to you with a stupid ass banner down there. I'm going to show you everything. Okay, so when I show you the video, first of all, I'm going to show you lots of video. It might take a couple episodes to get through all the video if we need to, but I'm going to show it all to you, and I'm not going to put a banner up, but this is what happens, okay?
In a medical cell because he had the potential to go through drug withdrawal. He became combative.
When resistance continued, officers took Mr. Gully to the ground.
And I'm sorry for his family to keep showing this. I apologize, but we have to watch it. This is important.
A controlled manner, applied restraints, and removed him from the group holding area. I will add that this was the only physical encounter that we had with Mr. Gully while he was incarcerated.
Over the next 9 days.
Okay, let me see exactly when that ended. Okay, 9, 19, 29. So we watched 25 seconds of the video. We watched 25 seconds of a video, and the video ends before they have him up. We don't know how much longer they fought on the ground, and we don't know what happens here. Okay, we don't get to see anything else. All right, I don't like that. When I show you the video, when I have the actual video, by God, they will give it to me. You will see it all. We'll see everything that happens. But I want to show you guys something that I've got a problem with that someone just sent me, and I appreciate you sending this to me. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is my case from this situation. State of Indiana v. Nicholas Allen Gully II. Okay, we can see he was arrested and charged with 1 count of misdemeanor criminal trespass. Okay. He was booked into jail and he was charged. He was open case on the 12th. Okay. Let's go down here and look at this. Okay, so on the 12th, I want to see this video. I want to see this defendant appears by Zoom from Henry County Jail for initial hearing. When he appeared for this initial hearing, was he out of sorts? He absolutely should have been. Okay, document filed by Sheriff's Sheet 112. Public defender, counsel appointed, court expense. Hearing scheduled for 1/26, 1/12/2026. Hearing scheduled for 3/11 bench trial. 1/13/26. Automated paper notice issued to parties. Automated e-notice. Now look at this. On 1/22/2026. Jail court status sheet filed, released on own recognizance per Judge McCord. On the 22nd, he was released on the 18th. So I'm going to this, and this is part of the record I'm going to get. Did they notify the judge of the issue on the 18th and it just not get filed to the 22nd, which is very possible? And that's good. Or did they not notify the judge until the 22nd. That's going to really, really be important. When did they notify the judge? Okay. That's going to be interesting to see when that exactly happened. But I've got a little bit of an issue with this. In my opinion, these should be date specific. So if he was given the release on the 18th and the judge ordered it on the 18th, it should say that in here. We'll see what happens. We'll wait. We'll wait until we get the records on that to tell 100%. But I'm going to pull you back to this video for a second, and I want to show you this. Yeah, what? What are we doing? No, he went to the hospital on the 18th. Yeah. His family knows that. He was out of there on the 18th. They didn't hold him. He was out of there on the 18th. Okay, back here to Sproles. No, I get it. I understand. That's no big deal. All right, now watch. I want you to watch Sproles here. Yeah, and I've got the request in for that, and the judge may have signed off on that on the 18th. So I'm not saying there's an issue there. We'll have to wait. We'll wait and see. But I want you guys to look at this here. Okay, I want you to look at how Sproles is acting.
Staff observed the following: bruising on the left side of the chest with increased swelling compared to the right side, bruising in multiple areas of the chest and upper abdomen. The on-call physician was contacted and ordered.
I mean, it seems like he's going to throw up. He's like having some kind of gastrointestinal issue here. He's having a hard time keeping it down. He's like burping. He's like not doing very well. Okay. As he's reading from a sheet of paper. Why couldn't he have just recounted these issues? This does not fit with the way that John Sproles does media interviews. This is Sproles is reading this report and being very careful, staying in the lines, not getting off. And this is very peculiar. Okay. This is very, very peculiar.
Mr. Gully to be transported to the hospital for further medical evaluation.
Gully eventually made his way.
That is not the way that Sproles does a press conference, does an interview, gives information out. And for Sproles to be able to say, on the 28th, the 29th, when this was just brought to his attention in the last day or two, for whatever reason, it's just now being brought to his attention. Nick's mother and family have been calling the jail since the 12th, but this was just brought to Sproles' attention today, yesterday. That doesn't make any sense. When he says that he runs the jail, that they run the jail, my question is who's they? Because it doesn't appear that Sproles runs the jail. That certainly doesn't seem proper. Again, and I apologize to his mom and family. I'm not meaning anything by saying like he deserved this or whatever. I do not believe that. I'm just simply stating listen, for anybody out there, all you got to do is go to YouTube and type in police pursuit, police officer involved shooting, and watch anytime officers use force, even up to and including deadly force. They will use the force. They will shoot the suspects down. Once they know they can move in and clear the weapon away from the suspect, they will handcuff the suspect, and then they instantly start working the suspect, giving the suspect life-saving measures. They start putting chest seals on. They start putting clot in. They give tourniquets. They start using CPR. They do that straight away. The devil's advocate in me says, okay, if he deserved the beating, why did it then take 7 days? I can understand it taking a day or two to realize something's up. Okay? I can understand that. Now, the issue here that we also need to be aware of is Sproles likes to talk about how all of his deputies and his COs, they're good people and they've never had any complaints or whatnot. And I'm going to tell you right out, that's not the story that I'm hearing. That's not the story that I'm getting from sources from, and I know this is going to hurt Sproles' feelings, but I'm hearing from his very own deputies. I'm hearing from his COs, former deputies, and I'm not hearing good stuff. The deputy, the CO, that the bigger CO in the video, I'm hearing that he has had lots of different issues. I'm hearing that he has had run-ins in other jobs. I'm going to look into all of this. I've heard that there was an issue when he was at a prison. He worked as a CO at a prison, and there was some kind of issue there. I've heard that he's had a lawsuit against him previously when he worked at Pendleton Correctional Facility. It was a federal case. And I will get that information from Pacer. I have heard that there's been some serious issues and allegations against that officer. That just flies in the face of everything that Sproles says. So, yeah, I'm sure there are going to be people out there in Henry County that are going to say, well, see, the sheriff said it. Look, Fox 59 released it. There's nothing to see here. That didn't look that bad. Matter of fact, let me tell you an issue that I have. There is a candidate who is running for office. Should be able to, Amber should be able to. I'm going to look into that. I know they're recorded. I'll have to see if that can happen. So there is a candidate that's running for sheriff in Henry County against Sproles. And he's taken a lot of shots at Sproles. Rightfully so. I'm not saying that he's wrong, but I want everybody to listen to what I'm saying. I want everybody to pay attention to what I'm saying about this. You have Randy Sproles, or you have Randy Sproles. That works. Randy Sproles, John Howard, Randy Howard, John Sproles, Sproles Howard, Randy John. They're all the same person. It doesn't really matter. Okay. I want you guys to understand that for the remainder of the election, we're going to call John Sproles Tweedledee, and we're going to call Randy Howard Tweedledum. So Tweedledee and Tweedledum are two sides of the same coin. Okay. And every time John Sproles opens his mouth, and says things about Randy Howard, every time Sproles says things about Randy Howard, he's 100% right. Everything he says bad about Randy is right. The issue is everything that Sproles is saying bad about Randy also applies to his own self. It all applies to his own self. So it's right about Randy, but it's also right about Sproles. And then the flip side of that, which is really bizarre, is everything bad that Randy says about Sproles is 100% right. It's all right. It's 100% right. But everything bad that Randy says about Sproles is also 100% correct for his own self. So they are poking each other with information that's 100% right, but the information is both accurate to their own selves, back and forth, flip-flop. They're the same person. Henry County is screwed. Henry County is screwed if Sproles, Tweedledee, is reelected, and it is screwed if Howard, Tweedledum, is elected. You don't want that to happen. That should not happen. But there have been instances of Randy Howard really, really poking at the sheriff. Okay? However, bizarrely enough, Randy also then looks or is able to look at the Fox 59 video, that short 25-second clip of the video, and Randy is able to say the following. He is able, let me find it. Unless he took it down, which he's known to be a dirty deleter, so that's very good possibility. Let me see. He also just madly posts. It's very bizarre. It's very hard. Okay, right here it is. Follow-up. Inmate from Henry County still on life support. At everyone. Unfortunately, no. I wouldn't be caught dead in Henry County, unfortunately. It's very, very, very confusing. Henry County. I like the people of Henry County, but I hate the people of Henry County. You'll have to understand. I apologize. Randy Howard says this on his. I'm looking at his page here. He attempted to block me, but he's not been able to. He blocked me, blocked producer Kate, but you're never going to hold me down, Randy. I was able to outsmart you when I was about 8 years old, so you'll be fine. Henry County Sheriff has released a video of the physical confrontation that occurred between a guard at the Henry County Jail and Nicholas Gully. The appearance of the video reflects the confrontation isn't as bad as we may think. Now listen to me. See how he's dumb like the sheriff? He's able to make this determination from a 25-second clip where we don't even see the end of it and we don't see the rest of the follow-up, and he's not even saying that, well, wait a minute, why didn't they get him medical support for 7 freaking days? We are all within reason to question what happened out of view of the camera. Gawley is still on life support in an Indianapolis hospital. Please pray for him and his family, and justice will prevail. Okay. But we got to talk about this while we're here. Okay. We got to talk about this. There are some of you that probably noticed, if you guys look at this page, it's very hard to deal with. Okay. It's very hard to look at. It's very hard to be involved with because the page is crazy. 7 hours ago, Randy Howard said, for consideration for all members and visitors to this group disclaimer. This page is publicly accessible forum intended to encourage open discussion about local, state, and national issues. While the page is administered by an individual who is a candidate for public office, it is not an official government page and does not represent any governmental entity. No shit. No shit. This is the issue with Randy Howard. I gotta now segue for a second and talk about this because it's all relevant. I became aware of Randy Howard in about 2022, 2021, 2022. And the way I became involved with him and the way I became, 2023 maybe, the way I became aware of him is he would watch my content and he would contact me and he would contact those close to me and he would say, hey, I've got information for Bilbrey. And then he would call me and he would always, Randy, I could tell very early on that Randy is one of these personalities where he always wants to be the man. He always wants to be the person with the inside information. He wants to have the scoop. He's jealous of people that are in the know. He's jealous of people that have power. Randy always wants to have power. I've noticed I've noticed that Randy will try to spin a story. He tries to tell people that he has taught law enforcement and he's instructed law enforcement officers, and he always brings up like the academy, but he's never been an instructor at the academy. Randy Howard has never been a police officer. He's never graduated from the academy. He has no experience in law enforcement. From everything that I can tell, and I could be a little off on this, so bear with me because I'm not a Randy Howard historian, okay? I'm just telling you from what I've pieced together. I think that Randy used to do martial arts like judo or something, which is like the worst of the martial arts. It's like, whatever. It sounds like something. It sounds like Randy's somebody's like, yo, I'm a yellow belt in judo, Okay, so I think that at one time there were some police officers that were in the class that Randy was also in, and I think in that class he was like an assistant instructor. He's like, oh, sensei, can I be the assistant instructor? And they're like, yeah, Randy, here's a purple belt, dude. You're the assistant instructor. And so he's like, I'm Randy Howard. I'm the purple belt. I'm assistant instructor. And I think that he equates that to he has trained law enforcement officers. Yes, he's a construction business owner, but then on the side, he's a blowhard, he's a know-nothing, he's a do-nothing, but he's one of these people that wants to be in the thick of it. And I could always tell, and there's been people in my life, he's very much like Mary Stilts was. For those of you that know Mary Stilts, he would call me and he would say, oh, Bilbrey, you got some good information, but I got information that's better than that. And he's like, now I can't tell you because I promised my sources I wouldn't release it. But when I can release it, you're going to be the first to know. And man, it's going to be big and it's going to. And the thing is, the information that he always had, nothing ever came to fruition. Nothing ever came to be of it. And so when I heard that he was running for sheriff, I heard that he was considering it, and I was like, yeah, that's good old Randy. You know, I literally, I'm going to tell you this. Sometime in mid 2023, I put him in my phone as do not answer. So when he would call me, it would ring, do not answer. It didn't say Randy Howard. It said, do not answer. And so that's how I had him. And I've just kept him at arm distance because he's a Fruit Loop. He's just completely nuts. And so nothing that he ever said ever panned out. And he's always been just completely whacked. So he actually filed to run for sheriff, which I thought was a horrible idea. And he started reaching out to me and my team and trying to like say, hey, you know, looking for like our support, looking to be on the show. And, you know, we gave him a little bit of the time of day because, yeah, all right, he's a candidate. And like, I guess we'll have him on. I didn't think that he should be sheriff. He should not be sheriff. Sproles should not be sheriff, and Randy Howard should not be sheriff. Those are two absolute facts. You can take that to the bank. Neither one of those people should be sheriff. Okay. So he blocked me on his Henry County, Indiana page. And of course, I could see people like Admiral Eric said, I could see people thinking the page is like a governmental page because it's called Henry County, Indiana. It's not called Henry County, Indiana Update. See, that's how Randy does. Randy is one of those people that, like, if he was given enough rope, I could see him like trying to impersonate police officers or whatever. He does just enough to make it look like he's legit without actually being legit. Okay. So that's what he does. He doesn't say Henry County, Indiana gossip page, Henry County, Indiana uncensored, Henry County, Indiana news and views and whatever. He just calls it Henry County, Indiana because he wants to be official. See how he does that? That's part of the profile here. It's part of his personality. So he blocked me from that because I don't know, he didn't want me to see all of his great information, or he was jealous and he didn't want to see my information. I don't know what the case is, but I was like, okay, no harm, no foul. Well, when he started reaching out and wanting us to like support him or help him or have him on the show, which I was going to have him on the show, I thought it would have been a fun time. It would have been very interesting. I'll still have him on the show. If he wants to come on, I'll have him on the show. It'll be crazy. It'll be great. So he blocked me long ago. And I finally reached out to him the other day. See, so I told Randy back a long time ago, hey, you blocked me. You blocked me. And, I don't know why you would block me, but because he called and he tried to get a hold of me for some reason. And he was mad that I wasn't getting contact with him. He was mad about that. And I was like, dude, why you don't want to hear my shit. So, or you don't want me to post. So like, I'm not interested in being involved with all of that. If that's how you're going to do it. He's like, I swear I didn't block you. I swear I didn't. I swear I didn't. I told him this back, let's see here. Back in, let's see, when the first time I told him. Okay, so he messages me and he says, this was December 31st of 2024. And he asked me a question, and I'm like, hey, I don't know why I'm blocked from your page, but just to let you know, I'm still blocked. Thought it was odd. Here's what it looks like when I look under other people's accounts, and here's what it looks like when I look under my account. He's like, I promise you're not locked. You're not blocked. Then on June 1st of 2025, he says, we should talk if you want. I said, I'm in a Muncie City Council meeting, but absolutely, what do we need? He says, excellent. My phone number is blah, blah, blah. We should meet at Applebee's. And I'm like, I'm not meeting you. Last time we had a meeting at a restaurant, it went sideways. It was bizarre, and I'm not doing that again. So he sends me some video and he's like, hey, this happened just after Christmas at the Knightstown gym. Notice the professional conduct by KPD, sarcasm. And then I just ignored him. He says, I'm supposed to be getting a video of the Knightstown police officers, da-da-da. I don't have any proof on hand yet. Would you like a copy? I ignored that. On January 17th of 2025, our friend Frank Beatrice is our friend. We don't have any joint friends, you weirdo. So he just says all this stuff, and I just ignore everything he says. Hope you're doing well. I'm filing an exploratory committee to run for sheriff. I'll be running against Mr. Sproles. This is going to be fun. Looking forward to debates. And then on January 13th, 2026, he says, I would love to go on your show. And I'm like, dude, what? I mean, what in the hell are you talking about? Okay. This shit is nuts. Okay. So I said, it would be easier to interact with you and to get behind you or to figure out if I'm going to support you or not, which I was never going to support him, if you unblocked me from your Henry County, Indiana page where you post your content. And he says, I thought you were unblocked a long time ago. Dang, I'm sorry. I'll try to find it and unblocked. Thanks for reaching out. And then he says, I've searched and everyone blocked twice and you're not blocked. And I said, dude, tag me on the page then. Tag me in the page. And he's like, okay. And I said, send me a link. And he sends me the link and I'm still blocked. I'm like, dude, I'm still blocked. I'm not playing games. I'm done with it. Just leave me alone. If you're, don't do this weirdness. So I said, there you go, sir. Still blocked. He said, your name is not in the list. I said, well, something is up because I literally have no other issues anywhere on Facebook, but I have issues with your group. So I'm just not going to mess with it. It's not a big deal. Just, again, leave me alone. It's stupid. Okay. So he says, I agree. I'm trying to follow Google's advice. And I said, which is what? To which he says, I'm sorry, I'm slow. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I have asked Mark Orr to try to get you unblocked. Sproles came unhinged in the group page tonight. Mark is a moderator. I said, okay, well, I bet that's the problem. But he'd already told me that I wasn't in the blocked category. So he's just a liar. See, you catch him in lies. That's what happens. Okay. So he finally unblocks me, and he unblocked me on Tuesday the 27th. So I was unblocked Tuesday the 27th, Wednesday the 28th. Then I get on today and I notice I'm blocked. So I got blocked in 2 days. And I say, hey, there's no way you guys literally blocked me in less than 2 days. That's effing insane. And he says, yep, I got several calls telling me you railed me. Hey, Randy, don't ever use that word in a sentence with me, please. That's weird. No, I didn't rail you. That's bizarre. Don't ever say that again. But okay, using it in the sense, I get it. No, I didn't rail you. He's like, you railed me, so you caused it. Wish you the best. And I'm like, you know what? This dude's a candidate for office. I have severe issues with trust with elected officials when it comes to censorship, transparency, accountability, communication, and all of that. And I've already had to sue the Henry County Sheriff for this same shit. So I'm not going to start off out of the gate this way with Randy. So I'm not messing with texting him back and forth. I'm going to call him and we're going to get this shit figured out because he's not going to do this as a candidate. This is nuts. So for those of you that haven't heard, when I called him, this is what happened.
This is Randy.
Hey, Randy, it's Kristopher Bilbrey.
Hi there. How are are you?
All right. Yeah, I didn't rail you. I said as a candidate, there were a lot of issues that you would still have to show before I could say that I would ever support you. And there's a lot of issues that are going on that I have issue with. As a candidate, you're going to have to deal with that. And if you're elected, any time that I or anyone else would question you and you think that you're going to run to Facebook and block people, those are issues that I see that I have a problem with. The fact that you would block me from social media because I question you as a candidate is an issue that I have a problem with. It looks very childish. It doesn't put you in a very good light. And it's a problem I've already taken Sproles to court and won on. So if you're doing that as a candidate, I don't understand. I mean, walk me through the mindset there.
Well, I don't mind some of the stuff you said was fine from what I understand.
Now listen, I'll catch him in lies even here in this conversation. Some of the stuff you said was fine from what I understand. So he's making it look like he didn't listen, he's not heard it, okay? Some of the things you said was fine from what I understand. And now what he's talking about is he's talking about last night when I said that he is not fit to be sheriff. He has no experience. He's an idiot. I didn't go that hard last night. I said that what he and John Sproles did was childish. It was like 13-year-old schoolgirls. Listen, that is a common thing that people say when they're talking about people acting ignorant on social media. They'll be like, look, they're acting like a couple of schoolgirls. That is a common turn of phrase. It's not something, being totally crazy, disrespectful to Randy Howard. It's just saying, here we have these two people that are vying for one of the highest offices in Henry County, but yet they're spending time duking it out on social media like two complete idiot little girls that are coming back from the volleyball game. And so, but he was fine with some of the things I said, but let's go on.
When you made reference to 13-year-old kids or whatever, that was just like insulting.
I didn't say anything about, listen, when you and the sheriff spend 7 hours going back and forth, and I'm not the only person that sees that doesn't look like leadership. It looks ridiculous on Sproles' behalf, and it looked ridiculous on your behalf.
I understand, but if you look at my responses, I once never called him a name.
I understand, but if you look at my responses, I never once called him a name. Oh, okay. Well, that does it. Anybody called anybody names?
I'm going to come out swinging if I have to.
Sure. Come out. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Expect me to lay down? What's wrong with you?
No. I'm going to come out swinging if I have to. You expect me to lay down? What's wrong with you? Like he's getting tough with me. Like, like this is my first rodeo. No, sir. No, I don't expect you to lay down. I expect you to run.
You called me like a 13-year-old kid. I was very professional.
I called both of you. I said I didn't say a 13-year-old kid. I didn't say a 13-year-old kid. I said he was a 13-year-old girl. I didn't want to say he was a 13-year-old boy. I wanted to make it more embarrassing and more ridiculous. He was a 13-year-old girl. And it wasn't out of line. You're a candidate running for office.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't need your opinion, and you do what you want to do.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't need your opinion, but you do what you want to do. Okay. That's an interesting statement of a candidate. You do need people's opinion. That's the problem. That's the problem.
I'm sorry.
So you're telling you he doesn't need my opinion. Look, Randy, why were you blowing us up trying to get on the show? You do need the opinion of people like me. You do need the support of people like me. You were never going to get it. There's literally nothing you could do to get it. Okay? But that's the reason you were blowing us up. Because you wanted that. Look, I didn't come to you saying, hey, come on my show. I would like you to be on my show. You did it the other way around. Keep that in mind. You're telling me as a candidate, You don't need the opinion of people that differ from you. That's the same thing that Sproles does. So tell me how you're different.
I'm telling you, as Randy Howard, I ain't gonna put up with your crap. So you
I don't care if you put up with my crap, but if you continue,
this conversation is over.
That's a very sad way to start a race, buddy.
Well, you caused it.
Because I called you out as a candidate?
No, you did not.
I didn't?
That's not what the issue is.
Tell me what the issue is.
The issue is, I was fine with everything you said. I went back and watched it. I got like 8 or 9 calls.
I don't care how many phone calls. Oh, so now he went back and watched it. So now he's watched it because he got like 8 or 9 calls. Calls you got? That does not bother me. You could have watched the event.
Bother me. So,
my opinion bothers you?
Your opinion don't bother me.
It seems like it does. It seems like it hurts your feelings.
Nope. I just don't need your garbage. So,
okay. Listen, you will not win this race, and it's sad that I mean, you're no different than John Sproles. The only difference is you're less qualified than John Sproles, and you're a bigger idiot.
Okay, whatever you think. Goodbye.
So there's that. So he blocked me, and there's that. I hate. Probably what I would do is just never speak his name again, never talk about him again. The problem is I can't just not cover him and Sproles because they're going to be a train wreck. They're going to literally kill each other. It's going to be insane, these two people fighting at the end of this. A Republican needs to file. I will tell you, and I know this is going to drive some people crazy. I'm just going to say it. Some people know, some people don't. Landon Dean did file as a Democrat to run for sheriff. And I'm just going to tell you where we are. Same thing I've said about Landon lots of times. I've heard all of the shit. I've heard all of the words. I've heard all of the rumors. I've heard everything. I've heard everything. I don't know Landon from Adam. He's like every other person in Henry County. I met him through all this nonsense. No issue with him one way or another. If Landon Dean has done anything wrong, if Landon Dean has done something criminal, if Landon Dean has victimized somebody, I will hold him accountable just like I do anybody else and everybody else. If someone has information of that, don't tell me about it. Have those people come forward to me. I have said this time and time and time again. Bring me proof of something that Landon has done, and I will look at it, and I will vet it, and I will judge accordingly and go forward from there. But unless and until someone can do that, look, I'll be honest. I have to say, vote for Dean over either one of those other two idiots. I have to say it. Now, maybe there'll be a Republican candidate that runs that'll be better, and I'll say that. But right now, we don't have that. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, right. Yeah. I have no idea. Okay. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Somebody step up and do something. Somebody's got to do something. Someone has to do something. I don't know what to do. Yeah, man. We're in a bad spot. Thank God I don't live in Henry County. That's all I got to say. I hate saying that to you guys. All right. So for everybody that thought that Randy was a valid choice over Sproles, I'm telling you, that's not the case. Now, I have heard that there are some people that are possibly going to run, that are possibly going to put their names in the hat before Friday, the deadline on February 6th. If that happens, we will vet that situation then, and hopefully that's the case. Yeah, okay, but all right. But look. I gotta deal with this. I gotta say this for a second. Where's the picture of Landon with all the dudes in the pool? Listen, I know, I understand, I fully get that when you cross the line into Henry County, you're crossing the line into 1955. And I know that means that gay people aren't just gay people, they're predators. Gay people are bad, you know? I get it. I understand. I understand that homophobia is real. I understand that racism is real. I understand that women are idiots. I get it. I understand it. Henry County is another world. If you want to time travel, wherever you're at in the world, drive across the line into Henry County. I promise you. As soon as you drive into Henry County, bam, you're back into 1955. All I got to say is there was a picture of Landon with some dudes around him. I got it. I'm sure I could find it someplace. It's not illegal. They weren't small children. No, look. No, I'm not saying it. Listen, let me be very clear. There is a picture of Landon Dean in a pool with adult men around him. Now listen, I don't know if Landon is gay or not gay. I know that he was married and had kids, but that doesn't mean someone can't be gay. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not gay. It's not for me. I don't want to be gay. Don't put your feet on my head, you know? Like I don't even want a woman putting her feet on my head, to be perfectly honest with you. I got it. Listen though. I got to tell you this. I've heard this story forever. He's known to be a predator. The only thing I can tell you is, and I appreciate you, and I look, this is just a situation that we're going to have to agree to disagree on, and I'm fine with that, and I hope you don't hate me for this, but I get it. Look, I'm asking somebody to run, another Republican to run. If there's a Republican to run that can make this go away, if there's somebody good to run, do it and rock and roll. I'm just telling you that prior to me getting involved in Henry County, I heard all these rumors about Landon, and I spent 2 years looking into this. Sproles even named an officer that was allegedly supposed to have arrested Landon for some kind of ordeal. And I contacted that officer, and that officer said, no, that did not happen. That did not happen. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is, I've said this same thing with Landon since I've been looking into Henry County. Everybody says, hey, he's a predator. He's known to be a predator. But nobody's ever given me facts. They filed all kinds of lawsuits against a bunch of people in Henry County. Landon Dean's name wasn't filed. So all I know is people say stuff, but ain't nothing ever come out about it. If someone wants to bring me the information, I'll look at it. Until then, he's innocent until proven guilty, just like everybody else. And being gay doesn't make someone a predator. People might not like him being gay, but don't go home with him. I don't know if he's gay or not. I can't even say he's gay. Maybe he's bi. Maybe he's straight. Maybe he's asexual. I have no clue, man. I have no clue what goes on with him in his bedroom. This is not his bedroom. His feet aren't on me and my feet aren't on him, and that's never going to happen. But until somebody can prove to me something's going on, I don't know. I don't know. Put them all in a cup and shake them. The only thing I can say is he's got more experience than Sproles in the sheriff's department, and he has helped people. So I don't know. But we'll see. Someone said be patient. I've also heard there's some other rumors going around. We'll see what happens. That's all I know. Okay, moving on. All right, we're getting ready to wind this down. We are getting ready to wind this down. I will have these video footage sooner or later. At some point, I'll have it. At some point, I will have all of the information. I just want everyone to know that when you are out there on social media and you are hearing people say, well, Sproles got cleared, nothing happened, this guy was a liar, something happened to him, whatever. I want you to tell people and I'm seeing people do it, and I like it. I like it. People are saying it's not even about the beating. It's about the fact that they let him lay there. So, yeah, I think the beating was excessive force. I think it was uncalled for. If he pulled away from you because you were going to put him in handcuffs and transport him, and you need to get him in compliance, get him in compliance. But to do what they did to him, that was not called for. And for Sproles to be running an investigation, but to be able to tell everybody before the investigation is complete that everything is patently false is a crock of shit. And then for them to say, well, there's not been any formal complaints. No shit. First of all, the mom was on vacation. And then she got back, and what they've been dealing with is a son in the hospital on ICU, on a ventilator, and hanging on to life. There's time to file the complaints after they get a little bit of feet underneath them, after they're able to breathe a little bit and they figure out what's going on. She tried to file a formal complaint in the state police, but they told her she has to talk to the sheriff. She tried to call the sheriff. The sheriff didn't answer, left messages. Absolutely. That's the same runaround you always get. It's the same runaround you always get. They insulate themselves, they protect themselves, and they make sure that can't happen. I fully understand it. I get it completely. Can we mention that he says Golly came in bad shape? But when the girlfriend visited him, he couldn't even walk. But in the 10-second clip, Golly fully capable of walking. Absolutely. That's fantastic, 100%. If he was in bad shape when arriving at the jail, why was he not in the medical unit at that time? Admiral Eric, very, very good. Dr. Catherine says, if this guy was in withdrawal, that means medical staff should have been checking on him several times while he was in the cell. Over several days. Very good point. And then she tried to file the formal complaint. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Absolutely. Those are all very good points. I completely get it. Completely insane. The best thing to do, and I'm sure they've done it. I don't know what they've done. The best thing to do is to get an attorney and let the attorney direct what you do. So that's, if I were the family of Nicholas Golly, I would contact an attorney. Maybe they already have. I don't know anything about that. That's none of my business. They can do what they're going to do, and the attorney can help them with what needs to happen. Sproles doesn't want that. It's a very bad thing. It'll be very bad. The governor, he's not going to do anything. He likes Sproles. The governor's an idiot. The lieutenant governor's an idiot. The attorney general's not going to do anything. You're going to have to get an attorney, and you're going to have the attorney help you through the process, and they can do it. and this is going to be a problem. And we're going to show every bit of the footage. We're going to give you all the information. I'm just telling you, when you're seeing people out there saying, well, everything got cleared up, this was bullshit, I just want you to share this link with people. Share last night's show and share this show. I will tell you, we are here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We are generally not here on Fridays or Saturdays. We take Friday and we take Saturday off to get some rest. I am not planning on being here tomorrow night. However, that could change. If I get the videos tomorrow, we will be here. If I get the videos tomorrow, I will be here because I want to get that out. The way you will know is this is what I do. If you go to YouTube, youtube.com, and search the Political Spotlight, and all you got to do is type in the Political Spotlight. We'll pull right up. Subscribe. When I make the show, it will post up a video in there that says upcoming video, upcoming live. Okay? I also post information on my social medias, and you can find all of that on our social media. If we're going to go live tomorrow evening, I will post. I will create the video in YouTube, and I will post about it on Facebook, on my 2 Facebook accounts, and on Twitter. I'll post about it everywhere, so you can go and look. My Facebook accounts are not allowing me to add new friends, but you can follow me there, and everything's open. You can comment, and all my shit's wide open, so you can comment. There's no problem. We are not planning on being here tomorrow, but if we get videos, if we get records, we will be here. Okay. For the people that are asking about Amy Bell, before we leave, I'm going to play this footage or this recording and let you guys hear this. And it's not very long, and we'll wrap up with this. So we're going to move off of Guffey, or not Guffey, excuse me. My apologies. Gully. We're going to move off Nicholas Gully. That's so hard because there's so many Guffeys in Henry County, and then this kid's name's Gully, and it's like, dude, that's you're throwing me off here. Okay, so as you all are aware, we've got the information from Newcastle Police Department, their video, their police reports. We've gotten, we've listened to the dispatch, the call. Okay. There's also, ladies and gentlemen, a 911 call that Amy placed to dispatch. And in my opinion, this 911 call, along with the Newcastle Police body cam, goes hand in hand with proving Sproles and his off-duty deputies, again, were lying. And I'm going to play this 911 call, and I want you to listen to this. It's very short, and we'll listen to it, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. This is the Bell 911 call that took place at 11 a.m. Saturday, January 10th, 2026. Remember, they've been pulled over. Off-duty, plainclothes deputy walks up, gets their driver's license. The husband's upset, doesn't understand why they're being pulled over, doesn't understand who this is. He's not identified himself. The husband tried to flag down a trooper. The deputy sent the trooper on. The off-duty deputy comes back, gives them the license back, and then there's a scuffle at the door. The wife records a little bit of it, then hangs up to call 911, and we see the husband is in the car door. Okay. The deputies are saying that he got out and he charged them. Let's listen to the 911 tape.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 0 minutes, 33 seconds.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, I have an off-duty officer that literally just drug my husband out of the vehicle and ripped his shirt off.
Okay, where are you at?
I am right by Flying J. I have a video of him ripping him out of the fucking car.
We're nothing but your hand behind your back.
I have a video of him ripping him out of the fucking car. Would you like to watch?
Listen, she's in the car. You can hear the officers saying, put your hands behind your back at the car. They're not at their car. He didn't charge them from his car down to their car. And the off-duty officer pulled quite a ways back. They are saying this shit at her car, clear enough that you can easily hear them. So he didn't charge them for shit. Listen to it again.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, I have an off-duty officer that literally just drug my husband out of the vehicle and ripped his shirt off.
Okay, where are you at?
I am right by Flying J. I have a video of him ripping him out of the fucking car.
We're nothing but your hand behind your back.
I have a video of him ripping him out of the fucking car. Would you like to watch? I'm on the phone with 911. I'm on the phone with 911. They pulled me over for a fucking ticket. My husband was asking them questions, and the off-duty officer, I'm about to get more video of this.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Amy Bell. Oh, I can't fucking. Oh, and one of them just punched him. The other guy that just pulled up behind him just punched him in the fucking face. I really need some officers here now. I have 2 off-duty officers that are sheriff officers that are fighting my husband for no reason. Like, his shirt is laying in the ground, like in the ditch that they ripped off of him after he was trying to, force. Yeah, this is insane.
Okay, ma'am. What's your date of birth for the report here?
6/21/82.
And your husband's name?
Brian Bell.
You said Brian?
Yes.
All right, we'll send one that way.
Thank you.
All right, that's a 911 call.
January 10th, 2026.
That's
11
hilarious.
hours, 0 minutes, 33 seconds.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, I have an off-duty officer that literally just drug my husband out of the vehicle and ripped his shirt off.
Okay, where are you at?
I am right by Flying J. I have a video of him ripping him out of the fucking car.
We're nothing but your hand behind your back.
I have a video of him ripping him out of the fucking car. Would you like to watch? I'm on the phone with 911. I'm on the phone with 911. They pulled me over for a fucking ticket. My husband was asking them questions, and the off-duty officer, I'm about to get more video of this.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Amy Bell. Oh, I can't fucking. Oh, and one of them just punched him. The other guy that just pulled up behind him just punched him in the fucking face. I really need some officers here now. I have 2 off-duty officers that are sheriff officers that are fighting my husband for no reason. Like, his shirt is laying in the ground, like in the ditch that they ripped off of him after he was trying to, force. Yeah, this is insane.
Okay, ma'am. What's your date of birth for the report here?
6/21/82.
And your husband's name?
Brian Bell.
You said Brian?
Yes.
All right, we'll send one that way.
Thank you.
Okay. So that's the 911 tape. There is then a
January
police
10th,
dispatch tape.
2026, 10 hours, 0 minutes, 44 seconds.
226, 211, 52. Oh, fuck. 225, 1038, 20, 3rd and I.
225.
C. Charles L. Lincoln.
Yes, Diane.
Libra, 820.
225.
January 10th, 2026, 10 hours, 1 minute, 29 seconds.
210, 211 dispatch.
Hello. 10.
2814 B Avenue, 4911 incomplete.
January 10th, 2026, 10 hours, 10 minutes, 26 seconds.
33, your status. And I'm around the station area. 0.7.
808.
County Line Road and Highway 140. Autism plate. Edward 2315. 10-4.
I'll tell you when we get close. I'll let you know. I'll tell you what's
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 0 minutes, 4 seconds.
Okay, we got to go back some. Here we go.
January 10th, 2026, 10 hours, 22 minutes, 21 seconds.
Dispatch 11.
211, go ahead.
Get a call about 1046 at 19th in Indiana. I just checked on them. They're 5-2. They got help on the way.
Down for?
Dispatch 808, 0.7.
808.
County Line Road and Highway 140. Autism plate. Edward 2315.
We're coming up to this actual stop. We got to get through all this crap.
2026, 10 hours, 49 minutes, 7 seconds.
Here we go.
225, 1038, 18th and M. 225. T. Tom, V. David, J. John, 351.
That's another call.
January 10th, 2026, 10 hours, 57 minutes, 33 seconds.
Dispatch 3326.
There's Haskett 3326. He calls in dispatch 3326.
3326, go ahead.
Dispatch says 3326. Go ahead.
Can I have a 27 status and points only?
So he's asking for a 27, a 1027. That's driver's license, status and points only.
Go ahead with it.
4040047882.
January 10th, 2026, 10 hours, 58 minutes, 39 seconds.
26, it's valid. 0 point. Signal 80.
Now, dispatch is telling Haskett that she's valid with 0 points. Signal 80, not wanted.
10-4.
10-4. Don't say 10-4. You're not a trucker, dude.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 0 minutes, 4 seconds.
Dispatch 802, signal 27.
That's another.
802.
That's another officer.
It's a Jeep towing a trailer. I can't see the plate. Just north of the elementary school, 109.
802.
26. Dispatch, give me another one. I've got one resisting at Taste of India.
Okay, there he is saying that he's resisting. This is when Haskett has ran back to his car and gets in car. So we know for a fact at this point, Brian Bell is at the car, is in the car. is in his car, the citizen's vehicle, Amy and Brian's car. And this is when he's like, "What are you doing to me, dude? What are you doing to me?" So Haskett went back and asked to send me another unit. This is when the second off-duty unit gets there.
336 is out.
Okay, there we go. There's Thrasher's out with him now. Yeah, Megan.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 0 minutes, 38 seconds.
Dispatch, I wasn't clear on that. What's that, 1020?
Third Taste of India.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 1 minute, 20 seconds.
26. I believe your female is on the phone with 911 calling in.
January 10th, 2026.
He said he was in the area, like he was in the area. He saw it as he was driving up, I think.
11 hours, 1 minute, 40 seconds.
226, 211. Head that way until they advise.
We've got other deputies and other people that are heading that way now.
That's for 3326. Their county's out on them.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 2 minutes, 4 seconds.
And I'm around the Taste of India.
That's for.
You know what? I think this has been edited. I won't do this on here. I will do it in my own time. But when we listen to the actual traffic, when I listen to it, when I use my stuff, I think he actually went back on traffic and told them that he was giving her license. I can't say 100% sure. I'm going to go back and listen. I'll go back and listen, but I think that's very interesting. I'll go back and listen.
30's in route as well.
They're all getting revved up and heading.
1028.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 5 minutes, 25 seconds.
30's 23.
30.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 5 minutes, 49 seconds.
29 and 226 are out.
For.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 6 minutes, 25 seconds.
20, 23.
20.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 7 minutes, 45 seconds.
Dispatch 26.
3326, go ahead.
76 035 with a mail.
And 4.
All right, Melissa.
January 10th, 2026, 11
like
hours,
7?
8 minutes, 51 seconds.
Hey, we're going 10-8.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 9 minutes, 3 seconds.
Okay.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 11 minutes, 12 seconds.
Dispatch 33-6, you can mark me 1042 again.
Oh, now they're 1042.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 12 minutes, 31 seconds.
226 tonight, back around the city.
How far?
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 12 minutes, 45 seconds.
28 and 30 here tonight.
How far?
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 21 minutes, 46 seconds.
Dispatch 26 to 23.
So he's arriving at the jail. It's 10:23 at the jail.
January 10th, 2026, 11 hours, 22 minutes, 18 seconds.
Dispatch 26. My computer's on up. Did you start me an incident?
Yeah, firm.
Thank you.
There it is. That's it. That's the dispatch call. So that still doesn't say very much or tell us very much, but I will tell you that the 911 call, along with the Newcastle police body cam, along with her video, I think links up and shows a serious problem in their narrative. So I'm going to get that to Amy Bell. Amy, I don't know if you're on here watching. I hope you were. If not, I'll send this to you. I will also provide you just those things alone, along with everything else. And we're still waiting on Henry County to get me that video. So I have an email into John Guy for that. That should be any time. They might as well just do both at the same time and let's get it wrapped up and done so we can stop screwing with each other. Yep, they had him before the other officers got there. Absolutely. Yep. In case you guys can go back and watch that video in one of the other videos that we've done. I put that out there. But I can just show you here real quick, them arriving. Here's the Newcastle officer arriving. And at the time he arrives, you can see another deputy. You can see Thrasher's off the car.
I think he just shut my radio off while in the passenger seat.
Okay.
He's being a dumbass.
Are you off duty or something, or what happened?
Yeah, we were going to Bobby's to go move the pool table. And then they're dumb at that light where that right lane ends. And I was going to pull them over and tell them they were done. And I let them go with a verbal warning, and he starts hopping out of the car and charging me. I'm like, bet, you'll go to jail. Why do you not take you to jail? This is Look at my people. All over us. I let them go this morning, and he hopped out and charged me. This is crazy. So I pulled his hoodie over the back of him like schoolyard.
Pulled his hoodie over the back of him like schoolyard. And, you know, he's saying that they charged him, but that's not true. He did that at the car. He did that before the guy was even out of the car.
His wife is sitting over here recording. Just make sure she doesn't get in traffic.
Okay. What do you want from me? Do you want me to transport or anything?
He's taking it. Okay. If you want to meet him up at the jail and keep everything going. I'll go. That's fine. Get a lunch or whatever. All right. Anything else from us? I don't even know what happened. So I rolled up and he's charging Braden, and he's like throwing his hands. I'm like, turn up, put your hands behind your back, and he didn't do it. So then we went hands on with him. We get up.
No. We just listened to the 911 tape when they said put your hands behind your back, and they were at her car. So you're all full of shit. You're all so full of shit. I feel like the entire Henry County Sheriff's Department needs to be wiped. Maybe like the National Guard, like in New Orleans back in the 90s when New Orleans Police Department was the most dangerous police department, where there were like 6 active officers who had hired hitmen to kill various other officers on the department. And the fucking, they went in and they fired them all. Fired all of the New Orleans Police Department, had the National Guard come in until there could be a new police chief hired, and they hired all the various people back, and they retrained them and got them. This is like almost what needs to happen to Henry County Sheriff's Department. I think they're all basically incompetent. He was in the police car by 11:01.
For here, he's still flailing and fighting us. And then he refuses to get in his car. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? It's supposedly she was driving,
definitely a liar.
Almost came over on Braden and caused a wreck. So he let him up and was talking to him. And then this guy was a problem and got out of the car. Okay. Well, too easy.
Too easy.
We don't need anything with her. No, she's been free to go the whole time. Okay. Literally. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. Thank you, though. Thank you so much. I can't hear you.
Hey. Dude, Henry County Sheriff's Department is a shit show. Absolutely insane. That's it, folks. No show tomorrow or Saturday unless something big happens. I will let you know. You'll be able to follow it on YouTube. You need to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Click the bell. You'll get updated when we go live or when shit's going live. So check that out. Do all of that stuff. Follow us on social media. And if we're here tomorrow, you'll know. If we're not here tomorrow, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Have a great Friday. Have a great Saturday. And we'll see you back here Sunday night at 9 p.m. And we will give you a whole nother week of crazy, crazy information. Listen, right there's the information you need. It's all fantastic. Folks, we are getting ready. It's the 29th. I have not really talked to you about this. I just need to tell you. Next week's going to be a crazy week. So, I'm moving. I have not said this out loud yet. I'm really on the struggle bus with it. I'm really on the struggle bus because I hate moving. I hate moving in the winter time. The studio is moving, and we're gonna take some time off next week. We'll see if Catherine can come in and help or something. We'll keep you posted. But we are moving. We are officially saying goodbye to Lighthouse Studio. Lighthouse Studio has done well for us. We're going to retire it. We'll still use Lighthouse somewhere in there. But the new studio we're moving to is called Mud Creek Studio. And it's going to be better. I think that you guys are going to like it. And very soon I'm going to ask for some help with that. So I'll ask for some help and some ideas and some designing things and setting up a new studio. So we will let you guys know. And I will keep you guys posted and let you know what's happening. It's going to be crazy. We'll talk about that more next week, more Sunday. And I'll let you guys know kind of what we're doing, what's going on, and I'll keep you posted. So thank you, Shane. I might consider that. I'll get a hold of you and let you know. We'll talk about it on Sunday a little bit and kind of talk to you about what's going to happen. It's going to take us into a very different direction. It's going to be awesome. So you guys take care. We'll talk about it. And Hita Raff, yeah, absolutely. See, I like that, Kate. I absolutely. Yeah, we'll figure out a way to work it. You guys take care. Have a good weekend, and we will see you. Hope Fernie comes back. No more upstairs basement. No, I know it's no more upstairs basement. It's gonna be sad. I don't know. But we'll keep you guys posted. Take care. Hey, whatever you do, no, I don't use that. It's just there. It's just there. I have kind of an obsession with phones. So, Mud Pie and I. All right, you guys, take care, and we'll see. We'll either see you tomorrow if we have something. If not, we'll see you Sunday. Hey, whatever you do, don't get arrested in Henry County. You just might not survive it. Bye.